In 2016, Kampala businessman Matthew Kanyamunyu was arrested on charges of murder following the shooting of Kenneth Akena. The incident led to a highly publicized trial in the High Court before Justice Stephen Mubiru. In September 2020, it came to light that Kanyamunyu and his family had sought a reconciliation meeting with Akena's family through Matoput.
The magnitude of what is inside me. And that's the reason that I am remorseful, that I am sorry. And that's the reason that I ask for your forgiveness.
Matoput is an actually traditional justice system which places emphasis on forgiveness and reconciliation after the admittance of wrongdoing. Matoput is one of the many informal systems that some Ugandans are turning to seek justice from outside the formal justice structures.
It is affordable because you don't put in a lot of resources to move. It is within the community. They will call you, wali muchiti, muchita uluzi, they will call you there. And then you all walk in there. And even the witnesses will easily go there.
Dr. Nambiru points out that due to the cumbersome nature of the formal justice that involves police, courts of law, as well as the office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, only 5% of Ugandans go there to seek justice. But in spite of the complementary role played by the informal courts, Dr. Nambiru points out that these courts also have their own weaknesses.
There are certain cases, whether we like it or not, that this court will not handle. Cases of graveness. There is murder. There is terrorism. An informal justice decision cannot bind the formal justice court because in a way of establishment, the formal courts are superior to the informal justice.
But Nambiru argues that a law legalizing the operations of the informal courts can give these courts a clear way to operate.
It could be a form of recognition that there is a Matoput, there is Koti ya Kisekwani Buganda, there is in Karamoja this, and they will do their justice according to the norms and aspiration. However, they should be guided by the following principles.
This should be followed up by the provision of resources and training of personnel to enable them function effectively. In response, the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Norbert Mao, has pledged to work with the players in the sector to come up with a legislative framework for these courts.
Let us recognize that sometimes our people realize the futility of the adversarial system in the courts. I have been in cases where I appear as a lawyer, then the parties raise their hands and say, "Judge, allow us to go and settle our matter from home."
Of critical importance, according to Mao, is also the provision of legal aid to all Ugandans who need it. Joyce Nakato, NTV Weekend Edition.